from her Homestead skills. And today I just wanted to discuss something that's been on my mind a little bit. I find that after having started this YouTube channel and trying to make it a little bit more varied, have gardening videos, maybe quilting videos, definitely canning videos, and all kinds of different things. But what seems to be grabbing people's attention and interest are canning videos, and whether that's just a sign of the times, or and there's a greater interest in canning, is something that perhaps we should explore a little bit. And do I consider myself a prepper? I mean, most people that are into canning would view themselves as a prepper. I don't know that I do. I do and I don't. I believe that my perspective comes more from my mother, who was probably a little bit of a farmer type personality. They lived on a piece of land and they worked the land and they looked after animals. I never did. Never had animals, so never been an issue. She always raised her own chickens and pigs and slaughtered them, and sheep, and they would put up their food for the year. And so I think my perspective comes more from being her daughter. I have helped her to kill and clean chickens. My parents were born in Europe, in Italy, and they were, I believe, children during the Second World War, and they knew hardship, and because of that colored their outlook on life. My mother's attitude was that it really didn't matter if you had 3 pair of underwear as long as you had plenty of food on the table. And we never went hungry. With as many children as what she had, and there were enough of us, we never did go hungry. I do not recall the one day where that was an issue. Am I the sort that has to have 3 meals a day? No, I never eat 3 meals a day. Usually I'll have something very light for breakfast and a good dinner. I might have a snack in between, but I rarely have 3 meals a day. I'd be happy with peanut butter and a good quality bread. So it's not that I put up food because I'm desperate and worried and concerned about not having food. But in this day and age, I think in North America, people have never really known hunger and hardship, or at least most of us have not. Certainly in Canada, there's a welfare system to fall back on. Anyone that wants welfare is pretty much guaranteed to be able to get money from the government. It may not be a lot, but certainly there's enough to buy food, and you don't have to live on the street here. People do out of choice or because of mental illness, but it's not a necessity. I mean, in Canada, this is a cold country, and they try to keep people off the streets, especially in the winter. So there's always shelters and there's always places for people to stay. So it is socialist in that sense. I'm not saying that I agree or disagree, but if somebody wants to live on the street, it's because they choose to. But the weather certainly does not help. You know, it's not conducive to living on the streets in this country. So, okay, why do we canner and not as a pressure canner? Now, why do we can? Why do we store food? How much food do we store? For how long? Are you storing food to last 5 to 10 years? How do you do that? Are you worried that there will not be any food come next fall or over the winter, another shortage because of the pandemic? Let's face it, the pandemic is probably the worst thing that this generation has had to face, other than young people that have gone to war in the Middle East or other countries. Most North Americans have known relative security, and so this is something new for them. A reason to fear? Is it? Is the pandemic a passing fad, or is it something that's going to be with us for a long time? And when this one's over, will there be another one? Hard to say. So, what are your thoughts? Do you can? Do you store up food? What kind of food do you store, and why? If you store a lot of dry goods like beans and rice, admittedly I have lots of beans and rice. I'm not big on eating beans, but it is protein should we need it. So I'd like to know your thoughts. Let us know what you think in the comment section. And I don't know what else to say for this video, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you find it of interest, and please comment. Thank you, and we'll catch you on the next one.